All right, let's dive right in. What if I told you that the real secret to better health isn't just about biology, but about physics? Yeah, I know, it sounds like something straight out of science fiction. But what we're going to talk about today is happening inside your body, right now. We're going to bridge the gap between the super weird world of quantum mechanics and your own personal health. Just think about that for a second. What if you could literally upgrade your body's operating system? Not with chemistry, not with drugs, but with the fundamental rules that run the entire universe. Well, guess what? It turns out that life, your life, has been doing exactly this for billions of years. We're only just now starting to figure out the user manual. So before we get into the how, let's really get a handle on the what. Life has figured out how to harness some of the most bizarre, frankly mind-bending aspects of quantum mechanics to become crazy efficient. And these aren't just abstract theories in a textbook. They are nature's built-in superpowers. To get what I mean, just picture a tiny little particle, say an electron, trying to get from point A to point B inside one of your cells. But uh-oh, there's a big energy hill in the way. Now, in our everyday, classical world, that particle would need a massive boost of energy to climb up and over that hill. It's slow, it's clunky, and it's super wasteful. So on one hand, you've got that classical method, just brute force. But on the other hand, you have the quantum method, and this is where things get wild. The particle, it doesn't bother going over the barrier at all, it just phases straight through it, instantly, with zero extra energy spent. It is the ultimate biological shortcut. This incredible shortcut actually has a name. It's called quantum tunneling, and it's one of the cornerstones of how life manages to operate so incredibly fast. It allows for chemical reactions to happen at speeds that would otherwise be completely impossible. It's happening constantly in your cells, doing critical jobs like, repairing your DNA. Okay, so our second superpower is something called quantum coherence. Now, in simple terms, this is all about particles acting together in a coordinated, wave-like way, instead of just bouncing around like a bunch of chaotic individual bullets. This coordination is absolutely crucial because it preserves energy and information. Think of it as perfect teamwork. When particles move through your cells, coherence means they travel a path of least resistance without crashing into stuff and losing all their energy as heat. It's really the difference between a chaotic mob and a perfectly choreographed dance. And again, this isn't just some abstract theory. These quantum engines are fired up and running inside you at this very moment. Let's look at a couple of truly amazing examples of this in action. Every single day, your DNA takes a beating from all sorts of things. But you've got this little superhero enzyme called DNA photolyase. When it finds a bit of damage, it uses quantum tunneling to instantly zap an electron to the exact right spot, triggering a near instantaneous repair. It's like having a microscopic laser surgeon working with a speed and a precision that, honestly, our best technology can't even come close to matching. Now let's head over to your mitochondria, your cellular power plants. A very similar process is at play here. They use quantum coherence to pass electrons down a chain to generate energy. And because this whole process is so orderly and efficient, like that choreographed dance, it produces very little waste. And that waste comes in the form of these damaging molecules called reactive oxygen species, or ROS. So the results? You get clean energy, way less cellular damage, and ultimately, faster regeneration. Okay, so if our bodies are basically these incredible quantum machines, the next logical question is, can we tune them? Can we use external forces to help these processes run even better? Well, the emerging science is suggesting that yes, we can. So let's explore the toolbox that might let us do just that. First up in the toolbox, light. But not just any light. We're talking specifically about red and near-infrared light. These particular wavelengths act like a charging station for your mitochondria, helping them maintain that critical quantum coherence we talked about. Human trials have actually shown it can speed up tissue healing, and this tech isn't some far-off dream. It's already available in devices you can buy and use at home today. Next up, we've got magnetic fields. Now, you can think of these as quantum tuners. The right kind of moderate static magnetic fields can help extend the coherence time of particles inside your cells. Basically, they help that quantum dance last longer. And the effect? Well, this can reduce oxidative stress and has even been shown to increase longevity in some organisms. Pretty amazing, right? And we can also use sound and vibration. Low-intensity pulsed ultrasound, for example, has been shown to stimulate our cellular repair mechanisms. It's yet another physical force that we can apply from the outside to encourage these positive biological processes on the inside. And once again, there are home devices out there that make this accessible. And of course, you've got to put the right fuel in the engine. It turns out certain molecules are just better suited for these quantum processes. Ketones, for example, are fantastic at helping electrons transfer more efficiently. And antioxidants, they act like a support crew, protecting the whole system and preserving that crucial coherence. It's really all about creating the perfect internal chemical environment for these quantum effects to shine. So, how can we put all of this together into something we can actually do? Well, that brings us to what we can call the daily quantum stack, a simple, practical routine designed to support your body's amazing quantum biology. Okay, here's how a simple daily routine could look. You could start your day with some good old-fashioned sunlight to kickstart that light-induced coherence. Then in the afternoon, maybe a ketogenic meal or snack to provide the right fuel for efficient electron transfer. In the evening, you could use a red light therapy device to help optimize your mitochondria for all the repair work they do overnight. And finally, maybe using a magnetic pad while you sleep could help extend that precious coherence time, letting your body's repair processes work even more effectively. See? Each step is directly tied to a quantum principle we've talked about. And that, right there, is the key takeaway. This isn't about some super complicated, crazy expensive biohacks. It's about understanding the deep physics of your own biology and then making simple, targeted modifications. When you start to view your health through this quantum lens, it empowers you to make small changes that could lead to really significant results. And this all leaves us with one final, kind of mind-blowing thought. We're just scratching the surface here. As our technology gets more and more sophisticated, just imagine a future where medicine isn't only about drugs. Imagine it's about personalized devices that tune your cellular processes with light, sound, and magnetic fields for your own optimal health. It is a really fascinating possibility to think about.